Alright, how's it going everyone? It's Justin here, and this is a special occasion because I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I build a cage. Now, a lot of you have been asking for a video like this, so I really wanted to make it happen because this is something new for me, something new for you guys, so it's exciting for both of us. And this time around I'm doing a 4x4 truck, so that's something I've never done before, and I'm ready to take on that challenge because 4x4 is all the rage now. So that's the new thing I'm working on. This is the actual cage for it. It's a Yeti score size chassis, so it's going to be the bigger body, longer wheelbase, and this is how I start every single build. I do a wood model so I can plan out everything, and it's extremely important because you need to be able to see where your shocks are going to go, you need to see how the body's going to line up, and you do that all on this wood model so you're not wasting time, money, and metal on the real version. So can't stress it to you enough. Let me just show you. I do it for every single truck. This is Mini Zeus's cage, same exact thing, and this is my Evo 1 cage. So I know the wood and glue can get annoying sometimes, but it's definitely worth taking the time to do one of these things because the final product will be so much better if you can get a nice looking cage here. So as far as the video series, it's probably going to be maybe 4 or 5 parts. It's going to be pretty long, but I want to show you exactly what I'm doing the whole time. Now, I'm not a professional welder by any means, so this is not a how to weld video. If you don't know how to weld, you may want to look at some other videos first before you tackle something like this because it is pretty in-depth, but I'm sure you guys are ready to see this video, so we can sort of jump into the next part where I show you guys the chassis layout, and then I'm going to show you guys how to build a cage. Alright, so this is where I'm standing on the build right now. I have the whole chassis laid out, and I have the lower portion of the cab laid out, as well as the front end. And like I said, this is the 4x4 truck. So, yeah, 4-wheel action right there. And now the next step is to see where you're gonna put the back half of the truck. I already actually have that made. And I have this little stand here to help line things up with the fuel cell. And it's gonna sit right about there. I have the axle sitting here with the tires on it so I can see where the chassis is going to bottom out at, where your wheels are going to tuck. And also I want to mention, if you're doing this without the body, you shouldn't be, because you need the body to make sure everything's going to fit right. Right now I know I'm building it for a score body, but I don't know exactly where it's going to line up. I have a rough estimate because I built a couple before, but I'm still not going to just weld this all together without having the body. So I'm gonna wait till that's here, and then I'll give you guys another update. Alright, you can see here I ran into a little issue by the A-pillar because on this retro body it's a little bit different than the other one. This sits a little bit further back. So you can see on the Raptor body it's possible to use this. So I'm gonna cut out a new chassis plate and scoot that front edge a little bit further back so I have more room to work with. And then after that, we're going to cut out a new plate. Trust me, it hurt doing this, but it had to happen. Alright, now this point of the build is pretty important because you're mocking up where the body is going to sit on the chassis. As you can see here, I have it propped up just to give myself a rough estimate of how the wheel is going to sit in each fender. And you can see the front end is also looking decent. This part is going to go right underneath the body there. And most importantly, this needs to be lined up with the fenders. I mean, you can do some trimming just in case, but you want to get it as close as possible. Alright, so now you can see a better look of what we have to do next, which is to bring in these bars and weld them into place. I have one running here, one running here, and same thing down below on this side. I'm going to have one right there and one right there. If you're wondering why I'm angling it like this, I need to have space for my shock that's going to sit right here. So I set up these jack stands at the bottom to make sure that bottom part of the chassis is perfectly level. And this is basically just so I have a flat plane to put these bars on so they're perfectly lined up. Alright, so like I said, quick tack just to make sure it looks okay. We're gonna bring in the body here. Just do a rough check. So I mean, this is looking good, guys. And then I'm just gonna pray that this stays still while I try to weld this. Here we go. Back to what we were doing. And there we go. Okay. Officially won. Look at this. It's sort of complete, but not really. But seriously, this is a big step, because once you get this part situated, the rest of it just sort of falls into place. This is probably the hardest part. Alright, a little moment of truth to make sure it all fits. Let's see. Drop this body on there. Okay, fenders look good. Bottom of the cage looks good. Oh yeah, check that out.